What is going on YouTube? It is FlopFish here and welcome back to the Dallas Stars GM series. This is episode number 6 and we are in the preseason, so we're going to sim forward a little bit. Just a bit of a recap. We didn't make any signings in free agency. We had a pretty solid team and a pretty good draft, so it felt like we really didn't need to be a player in free agency, and so yeah, that's pretty much how things shook down. We got Chris Russell re-signed along with Goligoski and Demers. Our lineups are actually really solid, so let's go ahead and let's take a peek at those because they're, pretty good. You're going to notice a little bit of a different kind of flavor to the lineup right now, and that is just simply because it is it's preseason, so I'm getting some of the younger guys some action in. I want to see Spooner on the top line with Seguin and Ben. I think that has the makings of a good line. And same with Sharp, Sedin, and Nichushkin. Again, seems like a good line. Janmark, Eakin, and Richie's probably going to be the third line. And Fax is kind of one of those guys fighting for the center spot. Defensively, we got Pouliot and Klingberg along with Goligoski, Demers, and then Pissick and Russell. So gonna be interesting to see how this one works out because again we got a top 4D playing in the bottom pairing, but if we stack the lines right it should be okay. And then again when we go to the AHL team it's just gonna be Hemsky's sitting down there right now, which is fine. McKenzie's there. Ranford jumped up a little bit more, and again that Bubble player is good but not quite good enough yet. And even without our two best D-men in the AHL, it's still a formidable force there. So we're doing pretty good, and overall I'm pretty excited. As far as the major signings, I don't know if we can actually see all the major free agent acquisitions. Alright, so it's just going to be like within the past few years, or past few weeks. So let's go ahead. I don't know actually where each player kind of went to, but the big names were Bodker. They were, so there's like Bodker, it was Stahl. I'm sure we'll find out sooner or later, but it was a good free agency period. So there are a couple big guys like that. After them, it was kind of few and far between, but we'll have to find out. We'll have to find out one day, see where things shake down. Also, I want to check out CHL, like who my CHL guys are. So Yolevi is CHL. That is really good because if we can get a few CHL guys, then I don't mind extending additional contracts out to other guys. So I think like the rest of these guys will actually be CHL, and maybe not Tulula, maybe not him, but that's what we want because then they can just grow in the CHL, and that's perfect. So anyways, I think this is just worth simming the preseason, kind of seeing how things go. So we're gonna switch over to the big league side of things here and sim forward probably to about the day before the St. Louis game, and make all our lineup changes and then start simming throughout the year. So one of the big themes over the summer was us getting Dennis Seidenberg. Apparently Bruins really want to get rid of him. So alright, so scouting for this year for the 2017 draft, it's going to be a lot of WHL forwards. You got Kyler Yamamoto, you got Nolan Patrick, and there's just a bunch of really good draft eligible guys this year. So we're 4-1. I just want to see what the team kind of looks like, because or what the stats kind of look like for the team, because it's just important to realize like, hey, this is how good we're doing or how bad. And so I'm hoping that Spooner clicked on the top line, and it looked like there's a lot of power play goals actually. So Spooner only got 1 assist in the few games, but you know what, we're gonna be okay. We're gonna just make those moves and kind of just adjust our lines a little bit and fully go in for the rebuild here. Not rebuild, but bit of a transition, I guess would be the best way to phrase it. So let's take all our guys who aren't going to make the team this year. Dickinson isn't going to make it. Johns isn't. Faxa probably not. So we'll get these guys sent down. And coming up we'll have swap things around here. We'll have Hemsky, probably Morin. We'll get Morin up, and McKenzie, I guess, would be the 3 coming up. So that works out pretty well. And then do we need to get rid of anyone else in the big on the big league side of things, I think we're actually okay. So if there's anyone else here that really needs to go down, I think we're gonna send down both Johns and Nemeth because they're just not good enough right now. So it's unfortunate. Oh, we already sent Johns down. So I think I'll just send down Nemeth because, again, like I do want him playing in the minors to start the year. So yeah, everyone else requires waivers, so I think we're okay here. So let's go to edit lines here, and we'll just best lines it up and then kind of adjust from there. So yeah, this is pretty solid actually, having Hemsky on that line there. No Spooner is interesting. I want Spooner in this lineup, and it seems like they're like insistent on not playing him. So that's kind of interesting. I think Sharp on the top line actually does have some merits to it, but overall, I'm gonna want Spooner in Sharp's role, and we're gonna actually change Spooner to a right winger once we get the opportunity here, because he is a lefty. Is he a righty shot? No, he's a lefty shot. Maybe we put him in where Sagan is instead. Kind of, you know, give that right side. All right, that might make a little bit more sense there. So that should work a little bit better there. Nichushkin is fine there. This means this is going to be Patrick Sharp where Richie is. And so going to dress Patty Sharp, put Patty Sharp in the lineup. Instead of Patrick Eves there, we're going to have Richie. And actually, you know what? Eves on PK2. Eves on PK2 is pretty good actually. Maybe we'll put Richie in on the fourth line and then swap them up. Hemsky's literally just gonna be an even strength player. So, you know, we'll try to get him some favorable time, like zone starts and stuff like that. But overall, you know, I don't think he's not gonna be with the team for more than this year. He's a good depth piece, but that's pretty much what he's gonna be. I like Morin. I think I like Janmark more than Roussel here, and I like Roussel more than McKenzie, so this is going to kind of be the line that we go with. So this is pretty solid. I like the way this team looks. Yeah, it's going to give us, you know, a good scoring line here. Actually, you know what? We're going to move Hemsky onto the third line. Going to get Richie on the fourth. The reason why we're going to get Richie on the fourth here is just because it's just a little bit better for his play style, and Hemsky probably, oh no, Hemsky's a depth forward, so maybe we do put him in this role here, and that'll be fine. So let's look at our defensive side of things, and again, it wants Goligoski, Klingberg, but we're probably going to go like this, and Russell, we're probably going to play sheltered offensively, and then PK minute, like heavy PK minutes, because that makes a lot more sense. All right, so when it comes to special teams, we're going to want no Eakin. I don't want Eakin on the power play. Eakin's not a power play guy for me, so we're going to put Henrik Sedin there. We're going to put Spooner up on the top side of things here. And then we're going to swap Eakin out for Sharp. There we go. Changing current line. That is what we want. And so Patty Sharp's going to come in here. That's pretty solid. Do we want Russell on this power play, or do we want someone else? We have Pissick or Russell. Let's see. So he's got a good slap shot. What's Russell's? Demers is about the same as Pissick's. Russell. He's all the way at the top, and apparently he's just not in here. Oh, because he is at the top. Duh. I wish you could see his. Yeah, so this slap shot's a little bit worse. So we're going to put him in a PK role. And we're going to get Pissick some power play time. Changing current line. That makes a little bit. Or maybe we'll get. Nah, Pissick there is pretty solid. Or third forward. Because who do we have up front? We could move. Nah, we'll be good like this. This is fine. So 4-man power play. Sagan, Ben, Pouliot, Klingberg, Spooner. This is where we'll definitely put Sharp in on this side here, and again we'll have Sharp up here just because he's a good player, so he's gonna fit in well with the team. And changing current line, there we go. All right, and now we're gonna edit the penalty kill quickly here. Eakin Morin is pretty good. I don't want Hemsky PKing. I want, you know, we could get Henrik Sedin some penalty killing time, but you know what? No, Morin's probably a better fit at center, so we'll put Morin down there. We want Klingberg in all situations. Instead of Goligoski here, we actually want Russell. So Russell's going to be our top PK guy here, and that makes a little bit more sense. So role-wise, this probably is a little bit better. And who are we leaving out? So we have no Pouliot and no Goligoski, so that's fine. Hemsky on the PK, I'm not really a big fan of that. I'd rather see Richie there, so we're going to put Richie in. Oh, Patrick Eves is a guy that we're leaving scratched. Do you leave Patrick Eves scratched over Hemsky? No, you can't do that. You can't do that. You got to play Patty Eves. So then what do we do with Hemsky? Hemsky's going to have to get traded pretty quickly here, so 4-man units are good. Again, I'm going to want more. Instead of Goligoski, I'm going to want this to be, we'll get Demers down here, and instead of Goligoski, this is going to be our boy Russell. This is why we brought him in, is literally for this extras. So 4-on-4 is good. Whatever. Eakin and Nichushkin. Alright, so maybe we'll put Sharp in. We'll put Sharp in Pissick spot. So that way, you know, we got like a really good, like a 3 defenseman or 3 forward kind of setup there, and he's not too upset with his ice time, so because he's gonna need ice time, and otherwise he's gonna get upset. So 3-on-3, we want Sagan. Klingberg is gonna be playing the right side. Goligoski is going to be playing the left side. Pouliot is going to be playing the left side. Russell, I'm fine there. This is going to be Jamie Benn. And I wish it defaulted to 2 forwards rather than 2 defensemen, because that's what most teams in the NHL actually go with anyways for 3-on-3. So that just makes a lot more sense. So Sedin, and then I think we'll probably put Spooner in here. No, we'll put Sharp in, and then we'll put Spooner as a center for the 4th, so, or the 3rd line. So this is, you know, looking pretty solid. I like the way this team looks. I like the way it's built. It's built to be very solid. So instead of Eakin, no, we'll keep Eakin on there because we do want that. This is like our defensive line, so that's pretty fair. And then extra attackers, pretty good. Shootout, saying Goligoski, yep, pretty. Oh no Henrik Sedin in the shootout. Come on, we don't need Henrik Sedin in the shootout. Yeah, nah, we need Nichushkin up here. Get it up here. There we go. We're good. And that is all she wrote. We got extras. Like goalies are going to be pretty obvious. Luongo and Markstrom. And scratched is just going to be Hemsky and McKenzie. And unfortunately, that's the way the cookie crumbles for them. So Rousseau could be a guy that we actually do give up at some point. I do like his grit on the 4th line, which is solid. But hey, if it doesn't work out for the team, it's not going to work out. I don't want to sell Janmark yet. I think we want to see him play a little bit. So, yeah, overall, I think this is a solid lineup. I think this is the lineup that we should be going with. So, let's go ahead and let's just sim forward a little bit. And I guess it'll be to about the 5th. And yeah, no, I like the way the team looks. I like the way the team's probably going to play, which is good. You know, we got all our waivers done and stuff. We're cap compliant. We're good to start the year. And so here we go. Let's see how things work out. Alright, so let's go ahead and sim to the next game. We're going to sim to the first game, kind of sim it, see how things go. Hold the team meeting on day 1, because you got to do that. You gotta do that. This is just game 1 of 82. You'll be in for a good bag skate tomorrow. Nah. I want you to bring your A game out there right out of the gate starting tonight. Focus on the system and get the job done. Nah. Bring your A game and we're good. And everyone just is upset over it. Well, it should be technically the right response, but Faxa, he's deserved the captaincy for a while. He's just a good player, man. His sniping in the first game there was pretty unreal. So Let's get this season started and let's sim and see how things are going to crack down here. So I'm looking forward to this season. I think my early predictions are this team's going to really dominate offensively. Defensively, we're going to struggle a little bit, but I'm expecting point totals, Seguin to crack 100. Spooner, if Spooner, gets anywhere in like this 50-point range, it'll be a good trade for us. Pouliot, I think Pouliot's going to surprise a little bit. I think he's going to be pretty solid. So I want to see Pouliot record in that like 30-point range for a defenseman. He is playing top minutes and top power play minutes on a really good offensive team. I also want to see our defensive totals do pretty well. I think we're going to get expectations on the season. I think 50 wins is probably very realistic. So I'd say that's our goal, is 50 wins and kind of see how things go. But look at this team, man. Only 19 shots, which is kind of worrying. But again, we're up 3-0, so I'm not too concerned with the overall play. So James Neal's going to get one back, but Patrick Eves right away. I think the main issue we're going to have is chemistry with Hemsky. I think Hemsky's going to be a guy that we just, unfortunately, he's fallen out of favor in the lineup. I'd love to have him in, but it just doesn't really fit with the team. Forsberg's going to get one back, make it 4-2. 4-3, Granberg's going to press back, but too little too late. 4-3 final, bit of a scare there at the end. Who got it done for us? I think we, I think it was like kind of Seguin and Ben in them, so we'll see how everyone did. So Sharp, Seguin, Pouliot with 1 point already. Who didn't get a point? Did Spooner not get a point? Where is Spooner? I don't see Spooner. Did he get injured or something, or is he not playing? Hemsky's playing instead of Spooner. That's interesting. So I guess the assistant coach came in and edited the lines and was like, no, you're not having those lines. That sucked. I was looking forward to those lines. Now I have to go back and edit them all again. Dang it. Yeah, so they took Spooner out, which is unfortunate. So I think that's gonna do it. God, that sucks. You know what? Let's go ahead and let's just make Spooner a right winger and see what happens. But we won with that lineup, but we kind of just suck defensively, and I think spreading it out is actually going to be a little bit better overall. So we're going to edit the player. I'm going to edit the lines, and so you guys don't have to sit through that again, because that was really annoying. And yeah, from there, that's really about it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If it did, a rating is very much appreciated. As always, take it easy, and I'll catch you guys on the flop side.